So, I made a post the other day asking, where did you get your current beliefs from, or something along those lines. And the point of me asking that question was to get people thinking about their current mindset and their current reactions to situations. Um, because a lot of times we think we're thinking for ourselves, and we're really not. We're thinking other people's thoughts. We're thinking the thoughts of our religions. We're thinking the thoughts of our families. We're thinking the thoughts of what's shown on TV, of what's played in the music, and almost anything that has been in your environment since you were born, really. And a lot of times we don't take the time to stop and say, is this really me? Do I really care about this? You know, what do I really believe about this? Does this really affect me this way? Like a lot of times we'll just act out or do something because this is the norm. This is how you're supposed to respond. This is what you're supposed to do. But inside, you may really feel the opposite of what the norm is. And because we have this beautiful subconscious mind, we don't realize how subconsciously a lot of those things come out. And if you just really took the time to yourself, by yourself, to examine your thoughts, to examine your beliefs and say, is this even really mine? Do I really even care about this? Do I even really believe this? And I'm going to give you an example of how, you can really just check yourself for one. And this is the easiest example I could come up with, and it may ruffle some feathers or even offend some people. I don't know, but I don't care. So, just take religion, because that's a big thing. A lot of people base their life around their religion, their rules and beliefs and regulations that is incorporated in their religion. So, their religion may say one thing, don't do this, this is bad. That's a sin, this is evil. Let's just say something like working with crystals or using sage, Things like that in the Bible is forbidden. It's wicked, it's evil, don't do it. However, well, actually, a lot of things in the Bible, a lot of Christians and things that's in the Bible that they say do not do, you do it anyway. So you really got to stop and ask yourself, why? Is this really your religion? Do you really believe the rules, the laws, the regulations that is incorporated in your religion, or not? Because if you really believe it, then why aren't you following that to a T? Why is it that you're doing the opposite of that? And it's really because when we're born, we're automatically given a religion. We're given a name. We're given an identity. Some parents, they already have planned out what they want their child to do. I want them to go to college. I want them to do this. I want them to go here. I want them to date this type of people. Before you even come out the womb, you ain't even had a chance to show face yet. And they already got your whole life planned out for you. Okay? You ain't came out and thought a thought for yourself yet. So already off the brink, as soon as you come out, here's your name, here's your religion, here's your family, here's your environment, this is where you're going to school, this is where you're going to be around, this is what I'm going to teach you. Well, when do I get to think for myself? And then even as adults, your parents, your family, whomever, your guardians, it's so embedded in their brain that to not think for themselves, that they still try to think for you too, even after you grown, because they don't feel like you can think for yourself. You don't know the answers. They know the answers. So then what does that do? Ripple effect. Same thing passed down generation after generation. And nobody's thinking for themselves. We're all just regurgitating and responding and reacting based off other people's thoughts. And something I read the other day that really struck me that said, if you're thinking off of other people's thoughts and beliefs, if you're living off of other people's thoughts and beliefs, then you don't exist. Think about that. You don't exist. Because what's true to you, what you really think, what you really believe, what you really want to do with your life, you're not doing it. Because you're doing what somebody else thinks is right for you. You're believing what other people believe. You're doing the normal things of what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to act. So you don't exist. That person exists. Whoever set up those beliefs exists. Whoever gave you those thoughts is who's existing through you. You don't exist. You're just a body with somebody else's brain living inside of your body. So just really take the time to think about that. Don't mind that somebody's ringing my doorbell. But just take the time to think about that and really sit down with yourself and really examine, where are my beliefs and my thoughts coming from? Do they hold any validation? Is there any that I can let go of? Okay.